Do you guys do you know how I can like just get like a custom background from like add an image, okay?
Okay, you are using the that software.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Nice, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lineups. So, sorry, I forgot. We drifted off topic. So, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, and Partey. That's the defense lineup. I'm not sure why Ben White and why this guy Kivior has not been given a chance. What is Merino's position? I mean, what is he? Is he a midfielder? Is he a winger? Is he a defender?
He's a midfielder.
Always feel he's a midfielder or a defensive midfielder, both, but nothing else.
Okay.
That's what like a CDM or a CM.
Okay. So Martinelli, Rice, Merino, Saka. So I think Rice will play holding, and then Martinelli, Merino, Saka will play behind Trossard and Havertz. Okay, But I'm surprised, yeah. I mean, Timber and Partey in defense. Why will you keep Partey in defense?
Partey will keep moving up and down.
Partey is a defensive midfielder though. He's a CDM, so he can fill in if Arteta thinks he's capable. I guess that's my point of view.
I mean, he has that agility for sure. A very good player. He can. I think his hold-up play is very good, but not sure about right back. You need space. Sorry, not space. You need pace, and maybe sometimes you need to put
acceleration on you. Yeah, I know, yeah. But that's the experiment. I'm interested to see what he's trying to pull here.
And a nice ball.
Oh, it's at Newcastle. I forgot. I thought it was home.
No, man. You're playing away.
That's going to be a tough game then. The environment at Newcastle is a different beast.
So he'll be up against Joe Linton. That's going to be a good fight.
You follow UFC?
Sorry, UFC?
Yeah.
I tried following it for like a couple of months and then I lost track.
Okay. No, fair enough. It happens.
Please don't do these stupid diving decisions, yaar. I mean,
told me at the background.
Come on, I'm tired of Arsenal getting red card.
Fuck. Let's not talk about that and put that right.
Imagine all of us supporting these clubs and Akash's club then winning something.
No, I don't see United winning anything, at least for the next season or the season after that, because whenever I think we were me, Dushant, and Akash were discussing it. So and you might have seen this, right? So Chelsea has a huge history of hiring and firing managers, and now I think the Mourinhos and the Guardiolas of the world they have moved on. I mean, you don't hire these managers anymore, and there's a new crop of managers which is coming in, right? So Flick, Tuchel, and I think I don't know why did Tuchel take up an England job? He should have gone to United. I think that would have made it even more exciting. But anyways, then there is Nagelsmann.
He would have killed his career though in United. That's my opinion. He would have killed his career in United.
Yeah, he would have been he would have done good. I think he has an instant impact. And but with these people or with these managers who are coming from I would not like to use word small. I would like to use relatively a developing club, right? Like Graham Potter came from Brighton. It's a very well. It's a club which is whose management is really good. They are very well run overall. But there is no tag of success attached to these clubs. And what happens is what happened with Graham Potter, what happened with AVB, or what happened with even Ten Hag for that matter, right? Because Ajax earlier they used to be a huge deal. They have won Champions League, they have won the Dutch league. What is that, Eredivisie? But overall, when you come to clubs like United, right? You clubs like Arsenal. What happened with Unai Emery? He's not a bad manager. He's a good coach overall, a good tactician. Look at what he's doing with Aston Villa. But when you come to these clubs, oh, that's smooth, man. Body line definitely.
Martinelli is back in December, right?
Martinelli is playing.
Martinelli is playing.
Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Odegaard,
No,
sorry.
he should be back most probably next week, I think.
You guys are missing him big time.
We are
Big
hoping
time.
to have him versus Inter. So,
He's our star boy too, right? Him and Saka, they're star boys.
yeah, man.
Yeah, but I think the key to unlocking Havertz is Odegaard. I mean, Havertz has not been the same himself in the last couple of matches. Since the time Odegaard has not gone missing. But
For Arsenal, I think we have gotten a good, surprising talent with Havertz as a striker for now. But I think he's still a false nine striker. He's not a poacher.
He's not.
He's not a poacher. I want a poacher striker, like Haaland. Not like Haaland, but I know we can't afford him right now, but something similar to Haaland, like a striker, like a Ronaldo, goal scorer striker.
I think Jesus should be given a run instead of Martinelli. I think he's more direct, or at least he's a target man.
Jesus has been very inconsistent. I had so high hopes when he started, and Parth can echo this, but I don't feel he's keeping up the potential that he needs to. He has been so effective when he first started. Remember the goals he was scoring? I'm like, finally Arsenal को मिला striker मिला यार. कुछ कोई तो renowned name आया इतने साल, but same shit. And I have the same feeling. I don't want Sterling to do the same shit, because that's the same story again. Man City reject, and then he comes and we think he's still good, and then he shit the bed.
We are just helping Chelsea.
Oh yeah, United and Arsenal.
Well, but for one thing, I don't know which way you stand as a Chelsea fan, but because I was hearing a lot of noise when we got Havertz, and everyone was like, and I was seeing a lot of social media too. Will be robbed. You be robbed. I'm like, okay, sure. We didn't Edu and Arteta aren't idiots. They are top level club execs. They know what they're doing. So I'm like, you didn't rob us. Let's put that clear. And
no, I think it was still a very good deal. I mean, we got him for 70 and then sold him for 65. I think more than Havertz, it was Mount, which was robbing. Havertz is still okay. Yeah, Havertz is still okay.
Mount तो खुलेआम रॉबरी थी, दिन दहाड़े. काकोरी से बड़ी रॉबरी थी वो.
I know this will. We're just trying to get back, Akash. But yeah, it is. It was.
But Chelsea did well. मैं beginning of the season मैं lineup देख रहा हूँ, मतलब footmop पे I was like, let's see. यार 8 स्ट्राइकर्स में बोला क्या चल क्या रहा है, 8 या 5 स्ट्राइकर्स, 6-7 स्ट्राइकर्स थे एक्चुअली, और डिफेंस मतलब डेप्थ देख के मैं पागल कि कितना पैसा डाल चुके हैं. नाउ आई थिंक आई कैन सी एंजो Maresca.
I mean, he's doing good. I think it's still a long way to go, a long way. I think a couple of seasons still we start competing for the title. That too, provided Maresca is allowed to stick around. So
honestly though, I think Chelsea is one of those clubs. ये मैंने notice किया इतने इन सालों में. I think with Chelsea, they have that ability, and I don't know if it's the team, the culture, or the club as a whole, or the manager. But even though a temporary manager just came in, right? The team would just suddenly surprise and win a league, or just go win a champion. Have you seen the Di Matteo one? They just won a league, and he was good next season. Same with Tuchel. He beat Man City in Champions League.
Yep. In final, that too. I mean, that was
so. That's why I never count Chelsea out, because it's they are dark horses. Kabhi bhi ekdam se they'll come back and then people will not know. Right now they're creeping up the table. You guys are creeping up where you started.
Yeah, big time.
Big time, right? So I always say watch out for Chelsea, because even Maresca, let's say he has 1 year, 2 year, right? There is a potential that he might go and win surprisingly a title out of nowhere. Title race
Yeah,
नहीं
yeah,
जीत
I think
जाएगा.
so.
Like
But
there
I
is
think till the time Pep is there, it's going to be a tough one, man. I think he has
it is no
I
question.
don't know what he has done or what are his tactics, but uh, I cannot see nothing against City. I think they're phenomenally good. I think one of the best
Well,
put
I'm
together
still
teams. But
I'm still on edge with the 116 whatever those things are going on.
oh yeah,
See, I think that if that gets proven, if they are guilty, right, then that shows that okay, they had an additional upper hand in some kind that gave them that extra boost. Even again, not taking anything away from Pep, he did the least money spent. I think last 2 seasons, and he still got
yeah.
trophies.
True.
So of course, Pep is legendary, no questions. I admire him since Barcelona, but I think Man City to dominate this long, I think there has to be some additional support. Like I don't think it's that achievable in EPL. Like if the charges are true, that's what I feel.
I agree.
Because they're like, did you see Klopp ke under Liverpool 100 points, still didn't win the league. Like
that's insane.
Insane.
Yeah, that was insane.
The invincible Arsenal didn't have that many points.
I think that was a different era. I don't shoot from here.
Course. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm still like more of that. I'm so nostalgic about that last decade of footballers that I'm not ready to. I'm not like the way I'm saying is like right now I'm playing FC25 and I always do career mode. Like I love to do that all the time, right? So I always get Arsenal and then I kind of boost it up with the way I want it. So right now my lineup is like I'll send you a picture sometime on the group, I guess. So my strikers. So I have the main striker as Ronaldo, right wing Messi, left wing is and then left wing is either Saka or Vinny Jr. And right wing when Messi isn't playing, then I put Mbappe.
Wow. It's like the OG days of 2008 and 2007. We used to do this.
Yeah.
So Messi, Ronaldo, Rooney, सबको खरीद लिया and then.
So yes, and my Ronaldo is my starting striker, and my backup striker is Haaland. Yeah. So और फिर back में फिर मेरे left में Davis.
Isaac scores.
Oh, what a shot! Oh, nice score, यार, nice score.
And मेरा पीछे चल रहा है. My stream is behind.
Oh. That was
so who scored? I didn't hear you. Who scored?
Isaac. Gordon assist. Damn it, do I have Gordon? I removed him. I think I removed him in FPL.
Yeah. Arsenal was on an attack. Achha. What minute is the game on right now?
It is 12:13. Even though I'm with you, I'm also 5-7 seconds behind.
I'm minutes behind. I'm on 10:50 right now.
Wow.
That was an amazing ball.
I think Arsenal. I'm still okay with one down. We have tendency to do comebacks. So.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with Partey, right? I mean, see, the ball moved quickly on the right hand side. He did not cover up the space, and the cross went in.
But
I think Gabriel could have been much closer.
Right, but isn't that Timber's side? Timber should be tracking.
Yeah,
it is. But I think he put in an early cross. So maybe, but I think Gabriel should be more close to Isaac. I think he lost where Isaac is. It was just too good of a cross, actually.
Yeah.
It was a very
build-up पे हूँ अभी तक तो वहाँ पहुँची नहीं अटैक पे पहुँची नहीं अभी तक. Okay. Yeah, no, it left. It is left back's problem, bro. Left back ने छोड़ दिया. Like he didn't rush for the ball. Look at it. Yeah. Timber fucked up. You working, Parth?
No, man. I'm handling the stuff.
What are you handling?
So there is a software through which we are doing this. today.
Oh, so you have to continuously monitor it.
Not continuously, it's new for us. So we are learning right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the feeling like one down at Newcastle right now. I don't think
No,
that's a
it's
good
much
sign.
better than being one down like in the.
It's too early.
Yeah, it's
No,
okay.
no, it's too early. I'm not saying that I have to panic yet, but it's at Newcastle. It's close to what Liverpool atmosphere is for like away games for any team. It's
Yeah, no, I
daunting.
get that.
Very
I get
daunting.
that.
But I think overall Newcastle also have done a decent job, but they have not spilled money.
Big time.
Yeah, they have grown like at a decent rate. They're not there yet, but I think they're reaching where at least Tottenham used to be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I feel if they get a manager who is one level up than Eddie Howe, I think he has done very good getting in players like Isaac, Gordon, and players are actually staying in. Gordon has stayed for a couple of seasons. Isaac is there for 2 seasons now. There's no big club poaching going on for their players. I think they're doing good. Maybe if they continue on the same track, they might be contender for top 4. Because most of the teams in EPL, they have to get used to this heavy calendar. Oh wow, that's a yellow card, man. That has to be. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they have to get used to the heavy calendar and.
I'm gonna try to find a better stream that is more
You
accurate.
guys don't have Hotstar over there?
You know they
No,
had.
well, I have Hotstar, but it doesn't do Premier League
Yeah.
because
They don't
Premier
have.
League is with Fubo TV here.
Sorry, Disney is with?
It's a different app, Fubo TV. It's a
Oh.
different app. पहले DAZN पे था तो it was good because it had UFC, NFL and football, but अब
Okay.
DAZN पे Champions League है तो फिर I it doesn't feel worth to pay $200 a year for that.
Okay. Wow, that's. I thought Hotstar was universal, wasn't it? Or it's.
नहीं
It's
है.
universal, but the content isn't. Like India का Hotstar, like when you guys had that partnership with Disney, तो India में Game of Thrones and Entourage, all the HBO shows, they were on Hotstar available, right?
Correct. Yeah.
कनाडा में Hotstar पे सिर्फ जो Hotstar का ओरिजिनल कंटेंट है वही ऐप पे मिलेगा, but I cannot access Game of Thrones. I have to buy HBO. There is a separate.
HBO Max. Okay.
Not HBO Max either. वो US में यहाँ पे I think it's Crave and they have HBO partnership. It's a business हो गया OTT तो अब like it's.
I agree. If you look at that, Jio is buying Hotstar and JioHotstar.com. That domain has been bought out by some silly hacker or something, and he's demanding to pay his Cambridge fees.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff, man. You guys think there is over reliance on Saka when Odegaard is missing?
Yeah, definitely.
Or because the creativity is only coming in from the right hand
Oh.
side. There's no creativity from left, and that's why I think Jesus can come, because I think he's more creative than Martinelli. Come on, that's the
I think
chance.
he's a more creative finisher, not a playmaker though. Like I don't think Jesus has the playmaking. Like I never saw him doing a playmaking. Like
No, but
he's really good at like at the D, but Martinelli has the pace, like he's faster than Jesus. That's why I think he's better on the wing. That's I think what Arteta is thinking.
Yeah, no, we definitely
true,
need
but I mean-
backup for Odegaard, and Vanieri might be that guy, although he's only 17. But we need someone.
Damn, I removed Gordon, man. Come on. I actually bought Martinelli instead of Gordon. Come on, he should score. Now I'm speaking against Martinelli.
So अभी मेरी game 18 minute 5 seconds पे है. Is it that?
Yeah. You are just 5 seconds behind.
I got the star 4K link, so I'm good now. I'm watching on IPTV, so
What is that
You-
IP?
IPTV. It's like an Android TV, like it's under the counter kind of thing, right? Like it's not legitimate.
Okay.
I pay like $30 for like 3 months, and it covers every sport in the world, all the sports that like it. I think it gives me 1,200 channels from all over the world.
Wow.
I think this season
So-
one of our issues, especially after the City game, has been keeping it tight at the back. we've been very loose. Instead of loose, we've not been able to track those strikers or runners.
I
No, that's
think
what.
I think that's the fatigue doing it, because uske pehle wale games so like you see how tight, like even Man City game, I give them credit, like with 10 men against City, like they held. I know people started calling it like negative tactics and whatever. Fuck it. A draw is a draw. We earned that draw. Like no
No,
matter.
no,
We actually
it's Man City who
lost
got.
a bit.
Yeah.
But I think the William Saliba red card after that, I think which game was it Bournemouth?
Yeah, Bournemouth.
I think that was not correct, that red card. I do not think that was a red. It was most like at most it was a yellow. It wasn't a red because it wasn't gonna stop like an actual goal situation.
That's debatable, but I think given the refereeing standards and the VAR situation, they had to give in because he went ahead with the ball, and then there is this thing which they have added, right, which is endangering the player. So if that, and it's again a very debatable thing. So I actually started my career as a referee, and went up to level C. So they have these levels that you have to clear in refereeing as well as in coaching. So coaching, I'm only at level E or D, and refereeing I went up to a certain level, right? So the rules, some of the rules that they have added, right, and I think that is the reason why there's a big push going on to get Wenger in the governing body, because of his understanding of the game. Like he had proposed a offside ka solution where the body part by which the goal is being scored, only that to be considered. I think that is under
That is
under trial right now. I don't see it, because if you look at any game, right? If you look at cricket, if you look at hockey, right? Hockey didn't have a offside till 90. Hockey used to have an offside till 96. Then they removed hockey. Removed offside from hockey. Then if you look at cricket, right? They used to have this 15 overs ka restriction earlier, back in 2003, 2004. Then they divided it up. Then they made it 20 overs
So the
ka power play wala. Right, so power play there was no words there was no verbiage of power play in the earlier days. But football is one game which if you go back to 1986, you go back to 1995, you go back to 2005, you go back, and then you come to the to the last 10 years. It has remained the same. It's only the kind of football, the tactics have changed, the sort of players who are coming out now have changed. There's no theory of target man, right? All these strikers like Zlatan, Giroud, Drogba, you'll not find these sort of strikers anymore. So some of the overall, even, and this stands true from a rules perspective as well. There are many rules which exist or which they have added, right? So one of them was endangerment of the player, where if in case, let's say if you're 35-40 yards away from the goal. So why the red card? The reason behind that red card was because it was a outside throw that he made, right? And Saliba was beaten in pace. So combining the player endangerment wala rule along with the opportunity to score a goal, because there was no one after him, and the throw was in an area where it was away from the outside line and towards the goal. And
but was it a shirt pull though? It wasn't a shirt pull.
no. It was not shirt
just
pull. It was given a red card because of the position that Saliba was in, and because anything that you do from the back, right? And it happens a lot with this guy Casemiro, if you know him. He gets a lot of red cards because these Brazilians, right? They are taught how to win a ball when you are facing a player's back. So that is what happened with Saliba. He was on his back, and because of the position that you are in, even I have gotten many yellow cards in my playing days, because I had a couple of surgeries. I used to play on the wing, and the aunts, that could have been 2-0. What is this?
I think he'll have to change the formation soon. Like I when I saw the lineup, I'm like, I think it's not.
Gordon
It's
is
not
Gordon is creating his team.
I think it's not working. The last line of defense is not working here.
Not
Like,
at all. Agreed. He is consistently beating Timber.
Yeah. And not only that,
I told Timber is supposed to be a backup center back. Is he's right back or left back? He cannot be. He doesn't have the agility for that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, I know the experiment, but there's a degree of experiment, man. I mean,
True.
yeah.
Plus, and I think the problem with that is I think Calafuri is injured too, right? So if he
Oh
has
yeah.
to, right? So because he's kind of a majority of the time he is the right or left back, but then he can also fill in for center back as a strong individual because he's a tall guy. Like he has the demeanor of a center back too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he could have played keeper, or that could have been a better gamble to play. And again, see, there's over reliance on Saka if there's no Odegaard. Martinelli made that good run, but ultimately the ball has gone to Saka, and then there is
Saka is nice ball. See, Saka can be very lethal on the right. I think that's what Arteta is trying, just getting the play done from the right. But then I think that is gonna be like very predictive very soon for the other team. Like that's all gonna happen.
No, Saka is the captain.
But, like I think Declan Rice is playing a little too high on the pitch right now with that formation. Shouldn't be that. He's not a proper center back.
They are actually running through the midfield, and they have realized it that Declan Rice, if in case they have to bypass Declan Rice, they have to go on the wing. So, and then the fact that Declan Rice is playing up high is also helping them to bypass him a bit too easily. Because there's not been a.
Sorry, go ahead.
Come on, yaar. How can?
Yeah, see this.
That should have been 1-1, yaar. Come on. Shoot. Too slow, yaar. Trossard, yaar.
Tough.
Yeah, too many bodies, I think. Too many bodies.
that's the issue with not having Odegaard play, because he's just too. He deceives easily, and he can get away from players.
No, I think when with Odegaard playing in the midfield, Rice gets a person that he can pass the ball onto so as to get relieved. He
Alright.
absorbs that pressure when when the team is defending as well. With Odegaard not being there, the entire pressure is on Rice, and I don't know, with this experiment, he's all alone. I mean, I don't see Merino defending that well. I do not see Martinelli coming back because these guys are from the wing. And if you look at the goal as well, right? Isak, when he got the ball, he had a chance. He had some green space ahead of him. He could have taken 1-on-1, but he chose to pass the ball down down to the right side, because I think that's what the Newcastle tactics. Maybe I might be wrong. I might be reading it wrong, but they have realized that both their wingers, right? Gordon and Joe Linton on the other side. So Joe Linton is more burly. He's more heavy. So I think they are using Gordon against Timber, and Gordon knows that any given day he can beat him 1-on-1. So
Timber is getting agitated the way he is getting beaten. He just got a warning. He just got.
Yeah.
See, that can cause a problem. Like we already have a bad reputation since the beginning of the game.
No, but that's a very, very. I mean, see, what happens is it's the same thing. If it works, everyone will call it as a master stroke. But if it doesn't, right, and you are a team who is fighting for title, I mean, there's a degree of experiment. It's like something is wrong and something is very wrong.
But see, that is the thing though with Arteta. It's so surprising. Like I felt the same way when he fucked over Ramsdale with Raya. I was asking Park repeatedly, like, okay, what's the point of doing these switches? So like just to make a point that I can even switch a goalkeeper. Like just because you made a comment, I thought you were just trying to prove your point. But then I'm like, okay, I see it.
I believe that comes from the way he has been. He has been trained to be a coach. Arey, come on, yeah, nice win, yeah, Havertz. Let's just slow down the pace. That should
And
not have been an error.
I don't know if you've noticed this, and I don't know if you feel this way about the gameplay. Now we've been playing a little bit more forward game, but even though at the beginning of this season and the complete last, I felt that a lot of times Arsenal will play the ball back, even though if there is an opportunity to keep moving the ball forward, they'll always go back to reset the play again. Like I don't know why they do that, and it takes like some of them are in very risky situations. You've seen how close calls Raya got. You're on mute, Dadichi. Can't hear you.
Sorry, guys. I just got a call from my mom.
Oh,
That's all right.
sorry. I thought you were talking to us, and I thought you were on mute.
No. I was listening to you, and she was speaking something.
So
Yeah.
Akash says the title race would be over for us if we lose. I don't think so. I mean it
I
will
think-
get much more difficult, but I think we'll be able to sustain it. Look, I mean I don't think we're going to lose either. That's number one.
Sorry, you said okay. I'm not watching the comments, and
So, Pat, I think technically we would still have a chance, like technically, but that includes other teams to drop points and other teams to have certain results. So we are basically again enslaved with some other team's
Oh.
result to get a trophy. That's not a champ.
I'm just 5 seconds behind. So.
I hope we turn one set piece into a goal, like one. We are good with it.
I think we are a little rattled with the refereeing decisions, the recent weeks, injuries, and everything. But I think we'll be fine.
That
Yeah,
that I agree because
yeah.
they already have that. Plus, they are in this daunting atmosphere they're playing, and Newcastle United is a very wet, cold place to play on an evening. So, and I can see it's a gloomy weather right now.
Best ever player to play for Arsenal. Havertz. What if Akash has gone berserk?
Where are you reading those comments?
It's on our YouTube channel.
Okay, so I have to.
So it's the live chat.
Okay.
You'll see it there.
I think he'll need. In my opinion, he would have to move the formation to 4-3-3 right now. Like
Yeah, and actually get Kivior on and
Wait, what happened?
get this guy on.
I think replace Timber with Kivior on the left first, and then do a 4-3-3 rather than go for this one. I don't think this is working. We need. Okay.
What's the issue here?
Even
Why
I'm
is
trying-
Martinez begging?
I'm
Card.
trying to
I'll
understand.
tell you.
For whom? For whom?
Card or a warning?
No, it was a warning.
But for what?
I have no idea.
I
Let's see.
see that. So
He's not doing anything. I mean,
No. maybe
Okay.
another.
You beat him with his pace. Then what happened? I don't understand. What's the warning for? What?
Okay, yeah, nothing wrong happened. What?
Yeah, that's my question. What happened? Is he?
Yeah, I think the throw in. He thought it should have been awarded to Arsenal. They
you
gave
see,
it to
like this is
Newcastle, and he-
blatant. Like no reason to give any foul there. Like Bruno's leg hits our player and he goes down.
yeah.
That's not a foul, man. Come on, how can that's a common ball? What is this, yaar?
Come on.
Arey,
Like
So-
Marino has to even.
So these referees has no shame.
Come on. Like,
So I think these referees have no shame.
What is that? What he hit the air too hard? What is that foul? That's not even studs up. There's nothing. That's
Nothing.
actually a foul by Bruno.
Right.
That's actually a foul by Bruno, man. I mean, come on, he's hitting his boots.
Yeah, the ball is touching, like
Yeah.
Marino touching the.
Yeah, Merino touched the ball. So if
I
you
think-
are, wow, man, come on, yaar.
I don't think it's. Did they stop the play for the foul or just because he got like hurt, so they free ball it?
I think both foul because he got hurt because of the foul, and then they stopped the play. And come on, yaar, that's such a stupid thing to do, man. Come on, yaar.
We should have got an advantage
my
play on
God.
that.
That's like someone comes in your house and then they try slapping you and then you duck them and then they're like going. They are the ones who are going to the police and complaining कि अरे इसे तो बच गया देखो.
हाँ.
This used to
Doesn't make
happen
sense.
when I was younger, like I think 10 years old or something. My sister, she was 7 and we have 3 years difference. So she used to hit me. So I used to like go away because I don't want to hit girls and I don't want to hit my young sister. And then one day, she couldn't. I dodged her hitting me and she started crying.
Yeah?
She started
Yeah,
crying
that's
that I'm not able to hit you anymore.
Yeah, that's how today's refereeing has gone up to. And I don't know. I'll tell you one thing very honestly. Maybe it's us who sees the game differently, but the people out there in UK, they have a very different vision, man. I mean, certain times, when I'm reading some write-ups or a couple of books, right, that I've read on, how football got evolved, what are the different tactics, right? How, come on, yaar, arey,
What a bad pass.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's a bad.
what is that pass, yaar? Trossard, man, come on.
Again, we miss like same
I
position.
think-
And if we had Odegaard, weight of
Yeah,
pass,
that could
everything.
have been
Right.
he would have received the ball on his
Yeah.
pinpoint passing
Yeah.
on his feet.
Guys, how like we're gonna keep this going for a bit, right? I'm just getting a call. I want to hop.
Yeah.
on.
That's all right.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
man. So, Darichi, what do you think of the setup? I know it's not the best, but you're trying something.
Good, it's good actually. I don't see the. I think we're doing good, right? I mean, I'm not seeing any difference. I think it's as long as the quality is maintained, I think we should be good.
Yeah.
Ah.
Should
See,
be.
that's what I'm talking about. There's no creativity from the left hand side, from Martinelli's side. And maybe somewhere down the line, I think that the team is still too young to, compete in this high pressure league. I know they finished second, they finished third, but there is something which is lacking. Something. I think maybe a couple of players, maybe a couple of tactical change. I'm not sure. Like if you look at that pass, which was supposed to be made by Trossard, it was a simple one. Maybe he got excited, or I'm not sure what happened over there. Akash is going crazy. Sack Arteta out. I think I'm guessing there will be major changes made in halftime by Arteta.
But whom do we bring on? That's the question for me.
I think Timber should go out. Kivior should come in, or maybe Kivior should come in and or maybe remove this guy. I mean to say that get Party in the midfield. Get Party in the midfield. Release pressure of Rice, because with only Rice holding the midfield, right? And I don't see that. Like Merino has been missing. I'm not able to see Merino anywhere. And Newcastle are playing very, very, tactfully with the fact that they know only Rice is the only one. Look at that. There's no one to relieve the pressure. They're only looking, because Arteta, as far as I know, he would like to pass the ball to Saka, but the way the ball goes to Saka is through the midfield, right? And they're blocking that midfield. So if you look at it, right, all the Saka shots have been blocked, or either they are directly at the keeper itself, right? So they are blocking his angle, and they are blocking that play the way the Arsenal goes through Rice. It has to go through Rice.
Right.
So I think they need to get Party on in the midfield, get someone to cover for Party in the right back, get Kivior on, replace someone, replace replace Martinelli, replace Merino. He's invisible. I'm not able to see him anywhere. Look at Rice. Look at Rice. He's surrounded by 3 Newcastle people, and then see, they're very smart. They want to pass, want the ball to reach Saka, but he's not getting it because he also has 2 people marking him.
Yeah, man.
And all these Newcastle centre backs, they're big bullies. Shar and who's the other guy? Forget his name.
Oh, is Botman playing? No. Yeah, he is. Wait, I didn't see the starting lineup.
You see, Havertz has to compete with Joe Linton and this Bruno fellow. So he's any which way is gone, right? And then Harvey Barnes and Willock are taking on this guy, Rice in the midfield. And then in the on the wing side, Martinelli is completely covered by Livramento, and then this Lewis Hall person, he's from Chelsea, he's on loan, I think. He's covering Saka, or along with Lewis Hall, to get that physical presence in, because I know Saka has developed a lot of physicality, over the past couple of years. There's Burn to handle that physical presence. So I think there's a huge change which needs to be done.
I think we have way too many defensive midfielders in our starting lineup. Yeah, I'm not a fan of starting Partey, Rice, and
Yeah, I mean, it's too wrong, yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. It's there is wrong and then there is very wrong. So it's like saying
yeah,
tomato is a vegetable. I know it's wrong, but saying that tomato is an engine, it's very wrong. Look at that celebration,
yeah.
Joe Linton. Wow.
Poor guy hasn't won anything ever, so. I actually respect Newcastle, the team, a lot. I think they've done really well.
Yeah, I would remove Merino, get Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli behind Havertz, and get in Kivior, put Partey along with Rice in the midfield and play with that. Because I think Kivior is a proper right back. He can provide that relief to Saka as well, because Saka right now is getting no support from his wingers. From his fullbacks. So I think there is a huge gap which is getting created in the midfield, and on the wings as well, which Newcastle are making very good use of.
Yeah.
Because Rice alone cannot handle defense, and then he cannot carry the ball up forward here. I think it's a high tension game. So you need Partey alongside Rice. You need 2 good dominant midfielders. Look at that. Willock is beating him. Thomas Partey is being. He needs that space, man. Midfielders need that bit of space. Yeah. Not everyone is a Iniesta or a Xavi, who can work in tight spaces. And Partey is a big burly man. He can make that space for himself, but he cannot play on those sidelines. I am not sure why. Why was he deciding on this? It's good to experiment, but why you're experimenting in games versus Newcastle, especially when you have last 2 games have been so much difficult and so much physically brutal for these players, right?
Yeah.
Against Bournemouth, against Liverpool, right? And as it is, you have. I think Arsenal should have won that Liverpool match. They lost because the intent went away. Arey yaar, kya kar raha hai ye? The intent went away because again, he's trying to win those matches by defense, but overall, as a team, Arsenal, you have players like Havertz, you have players like Martinelli, Saka. Just go for the goals, man. Just go for the goals. But I think he has got this tactically very wrong.
No, I
Needs
agree.
to change this.
Yeah, definitely. I think I would even take Trossard out and replace him with Venieri, because I think Trossard is not having a good game, and when it's physical, I don't think he thrives.
Agreed.
Yeah. And a lot of times I've seen like people complaining, Arsenal fans in particular, that why is Trossard not starting? But his main impact has always been off the bench. Like whether it's coincidence, whether it's just unfortunate for him, because if it's off the bench, then it's off the bench. Because at that point, what happens is other players are a little tired, like the opposition players. So he has a little more time on the ball. Right now, when he starts, it's like I think rarely he's had like 8 out of 10 performances when he starts. I don't know, I just feel like if we give this young guy Venieri a chance early on, he might turn out to be someone really, really, really good. Okay, come on.
Nice ball. See what happens when Party comes into midfield. It opens up.
Yeah.
It opens up. And Rice has to drop all the way back as a defender to get the ball. So he doesn't have any
Right.
person who
cover,
can
yeah.
take the ball from him and then do that bit of the key passes. Yeah. And sometimes I want to get your thoughts as well, Parth. So Trossard, if you look at Trossard, Martinelli, Saka, right, and you put Havertz with them. So Havertz is not a very flamboyant player, right? He's again, what Vivek said, he's not an out-and-out striker. So do you think that sort of puts more pressure on Trossard because he feels कि यार ये player तो मेरा pace match नहीं कर पाएगा. Let me do something from my own side, and maybe he tries extra hard when he gets that chance. Come on, yaar, come on. Stop putting crosses in.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole thing.
Do you feel that maybe Trossard tries a bit too hard because he sees that Havertz is there as a striker, right? But he's not a player who puts a lot of crosses in or maybe make those key passes. He's more of a in the D box play those quick passes really quick. But Havertz is not that sort of a player. So do you think there is some maybe a tactical issue, or no, I would not say tactical issue. It's just that there are a couple of players who just don't go together, right? So do you think that creates an issue for Trossard whenever he starts a match? Because whenever he's coming off the bench, right, he's instructed, okay, this is what your job is. Yeah. But whenever you're starting a match, you have to read the game from the start. You have to get a grasp of how the opposition is planned up and everything. So do you think that tactical advantage goes to the opposition whenever Trossard starts, because the player he's playing with up front is not matching his speed or maybe the ideas that he has?
No, I think you're right about that. I feel that too. I think Havertz is, Odegaard's able to mold himself as per the requirement of the striker, and Trossard is, as you say, is like that Santi Cazorla sort of player. He wants to play in tight spaces and make quick turns and difficult turns. And at the same time, I feel like pace-wise, I don't know. I think Havertz is deceptively fast. I won't say he's slow, but at the same time, he's not. And he's intelligent, but I think they are not on the same wavelength. I agree. I think having Trossard, if we want to make Trossard work, I think he has to play in as the false 9 or as the 9, and then Havertz has to either go to the bench or go to the midfield. And I don't think Havertz in midfield works as well. So yeah, either you play Havertz or you play Trossard, and not both of them.
Makes sense. So you think maybe swapping their positions would work? Play Havertz a bit more, behind the striker, and then play Trossard up front. I know he's not the finisher.
Yeah.
But maybe that might work.
Yeah, I think we can try, since we are trying all this. I just feel like we have too much reliance on strength and height right now. Like if you look at our players, except for Saka and Martinelli and Trossard, everyone's 6 feet. Half time.
Yeah.
That was an exhausting half.
Sure. Let me get some refreshments.
Sure,
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. So we are up to 2 viewers. Well, we went back down to 1. But whoever's been joining, we really appreciate your support. We're trying different things these days. We're trying to use streaming softwares and layers and trying to add the scoreboard. The next time we'll try to add some more features. Tune in tomorrow for the United versus Chelsea match. That's the feature match on the channel. This one we are following because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I didn't expect us to be 1 goal down at halftime, but hopefully we make a comeback. There's a lot of learning phases to this thing to get the software and everything running. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is. I think the way I'm really enjoying the way we've actually begun, because it's the old school of method where you start executing things rather than planning it a lot,
yeah,
and then you learn all the way, because what happened in between, right? Because of all these business gurus who came in, they everyone has to say a lot of things, but no matter how much you read, or not that you should not, you should research, you should do a good bit of planning and everything, but unless and until you don't know, it's like you cannot learn how to swim by reading a book, or just by standing outside the water. So you have to jump in it. So I think we have taken that jump, so I'm excited about it. I would actually like to stream the 8:30 wala match as well. I think that would, the Liverpool game. I'm enjoying what Arne Slot is doing.
Whom are they playing today? Oh, they're playing Brighton. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Brighton.
Yeah. They're playing them again. Okay, that should be fun. I think they played the kids over during the week in the cup, and they still ended up winning. I think they did bring on the senior players, but I think they started with kids. And yeah, I mean, it's annoying as a rival, but it's fun. I think he's doing a really good job so far.
So what do you think? So far, what do you think? Because and this is the question I would ask Akash as well. In your viewpoint, what do you think is the difference? Because Ten Hag also came from a Dutch league, right? Arne Slot came from a Dutch league, and that too, he doesn't have the backing of. Oh, they are showing that goal again. That's too much space, man.
That was an amazing cross, though. I mean, what?
That was an amazing cross. Yeah. No matter, I know Timber left him and everything.
Yeah.
But the cross was just too good, too good of a cross.
Exactly, and that was first time cross. I mean, not even.
That's the surprising part.
Yeah, that's so
first
hard.
time.
Yeah. I was considering him overrated when
brilliant.
he went for 50 million from with just like he performed what half a season at Everton and got 50 million move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean he's matured. Yeah, you were saying about.
He was linked to Chelsea as well. Yeah, I was saying about Ten Hag and this guy Arne Slot. So Ten Hag also came with a reputation, right, and that too a big one. I mean, he took Ajax to semis, right? He did all that amazing, free-flowing football with Hakim Ziyech, with Tadic, with Delete, and they beat Madrid at Bernabeu 5-2. But where do you think things went haywire? Or what do you think is the major difference? Because Arne Slot has come in, he's doing his job quietly, right? Do you think that the hype around Ten Hag, sort of let him down, or maybe expectation, right, which happened? Look at that, Shearer is celebrating in front of this guy. I keep forgetting his name.
Ian Wright, yeah.
Yeah, Ian Wright. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. somehow, like if you watch this on mute, right? Somehow I always feel that whenever there's a British person who's speaking, I don't know, it feels like they're cursing. But what do you feel happened with Ten Hag and
I think it's
with Arne
more
Slot?
right. I think it's more to do with the last 10 years. Well, I shouldn't say 10 now, but when Ten Hag came in, it had been 7-8 years of struggle for United. And when we say struggle, it's a relative term, right? If a team like Newcastle or Aston Villa had the same 10 years like United did, they would be considered very successful. So I think what happened was the weight of expectation, number one, and what he was taking over from. That he was taking over from this turmoil of Ole leaving, the way he left, the way he was sacked, then the way we had this person coming in. Hey Vivek, just hold on.
Amen.
Yeah. So the way we had, what do you call it? We will fit you in our.
मुझे लग रहा है आर्टेटा लेगा टीम की लेगा अभी हाफ टाइम में मुझे तो लग रहा है Oh, have you guys seen that? Of course, you must have seen the Prime documentary for Arsenal, All or Nothing.
No.
Oh, I
Have you seen that part?
No.
All or Nothing Arsenal
I
Prime
didn't watch it,
documentary.
man,
The
because,
Prime.
I
Amazon-
know it's there, but I have not seen it. I have not seen it.
No, I'm asking Par. I can understand you haven't seen it. Okay, Chelsea haven't, but
No, it's not. I've seen the City one.
am I putting you on the spot? Have you seen it or not?
No, I haven't, man.
You have to. What are you doing? It came out in 21 or 22 something.
That season wasn't the one that I wanted us to go and do the
But it
documentary.
doesn't matter. It's still Arsenal. And have you seen the behind the scenes, like the way Arteta
I
was
have.
talking?
I've seen plenty of scenes, man. I've seen many of them.
Then that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Because see, the way I look at it, it wasn't the way I would have want to have the documentary. I would want to have a documentary when we win a league or something. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But what was more enriching to watch that was the way that Arteta's energy was flowing in the club. Like you can see the effect when they were showing in the documentary, the way that he does the pep talk in his, his locker room and stuff. It felt like finally there is like some, energy coming back in Arsenal, like that fighting power, that firepower. With Arsene Wenger, I think at the end of his last last 5 years, to be precise, it felt that he was kind of lacking the energy to push them because he was getting so strained by the finances of the team. And you have to give that guy like credit because सब बोलते रहते पता है कि oh he is only good for 4th place and all that. He doesn't like it. They don't know the subsurface level of issues that he was facing with the tight finances and the amount of money he was given compared to Arteta. Like to get 4th with those teams, it was, some of them were miracles, like to be honest. And so I see it that way. That's why I watched that documentary, just seeing that transformation, because Unai Emery time was such a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I wanted to just
No,
forget that.
I'll have to make
that-
time and I'll watch it for sure. I just want us to have a title before that, and that means we might have to wait a few more years. I don't know, but no, I'll definitely watch it. I do want to watch it, and
But
I
I-
really appreciate what Arteta has done. Because I think we should keep him for the next, I think, couple of more years if he doesn't win. But I feel he'll be on the hot seat as soon as this season gets over and if we don't have a title or any cup for that matter. But what
I think so
Dadichi,
too.
right, what Dadichi and I were discussing was that why there has been such a difference between Ten Hag's appointment and Arne Slot's appointment, and which is always interesting, right? Because we always like to dump on United, but in this case, I think the weight of expectation with Ten Hag was so much, and also the way it transitioned. With Klopp, it was an early announcement. The team was doing well. They were competing for the title last season as well. Although they fell off, but they were competing, and they weren't like, I think where did they finish? 82 points, 85 points, or something like that. I don't know. Like
I think so.
yeah, not
They
that
finished
far.
third. I think before Ten Hag came in, they finished third or
They-
fourth. Ole.
You're talking about Liverpool, right? No, I'm talking about Liverpool.
I'm
You're
okay.
talking about Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah.
Like under Klopp.
Under
They finished
last season-
second.
Right.
Second or third?
They were third.
Third,
last
because
season.
second was-
Third. Yeah, second, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were in the title race for most of the season. So they were, and the
Yeah.
transition was that there was no toxicity within the club where like the players were all, the players are not those, players that you would not want at the club, like Rashford, and I wouldn't even say Bruno. Bruno was actually a gem. Some like a couple of years ago. For some reason, I just hate his attitude now. So I feel that like if you couple that, I think if Arne
He's
Slot
a
had
bit
gone to
soft.
United, he would have failed. Is what I'm trying to say. That I think if Slot would have gone to United, he would have failed. I don't think it is, but yes, and then it became a Ten Hag
Wow.
thing that now I think that his tactics after that were like there were no tactics basically. It was like, okay, throw in players and let's see how it works, sort of a thing. Some
I think-
matches they did really well, like the cup final last season. That was a really good match, but I think more than anything else, the players rose up to the occasion, and then it shows, these players can play, like they did over versus
Yeah,
Leicester.
with-
Yeah.
That's,
But
but I
yeah, Vivek, go ahead.
that's okay. No, go ahead. Finish the thought.
No, I see. If I compare the same situation, right? I mean, when you said a Slot would have come to United and failed, I get that. But what do you think? Or do you think it was a similar situation with Arsenal when Unai Emery failed? The reason why Ten Hag failed, or the reason why Arne Slot would have failed if he went to United. The same reason happened with Unai Emery when he failed with Arsenal. I think he's a brilliant tactician, right? He came from Villarreal. Maybe he was not able to, replicate. I would not say replicate, or probably, how do you say this? Not able to, probably just scale up the way of tactics for a bigger club. Do you think it's a similar situation with Unai Emery?
So
What
if you
happened
look
with
at club by club comparison, so Arsenal had 2018 is when I think the Kroenkes took majority stake in the club for us, for Arsenal. So they got
Right.
they got the power basically to make all decisions. Then what happened was that Unai Emery came at a time where as soon as you have this bleak run that you're not winning or you're losing constantly, managers get the churn that they keep moving around. And unfortunately, there was also the time I think where Mourinho was sacked a season ago or something at that point, or was on the brink of it, I think. No, I think he was sacked. Mourinho was sacked as well. When was
With
Mourinho
United.
sacked? Yeah, for United. Yeah. So what happened was, because I
think Mourinho
personally
was sacked.
don't think.
I think Mourinho came in at that point of time.
No, I think
I think Mourinho was
was
sacked in 2019.
2019. Yeah, so I think it was on the brink. Yeah.
2018.
Because
Okay. Okay.
this guy got sacked just before COVID hit, right? And Arteta came in. Like Bloomberg took over as an interim manager for a couple of weeks or so, and then Arteta came in. And what happened? Like for me personally, I don't think Unai Emery failed. We got to a cup final. We finished 5th. So we literally did what Arsene Wenger did.
Right.
Because Arsene Wenger in his last season, people keep
We had a
forgetting.
90.
Yeah. 2018 season,
We had like 21 game
yeah, we missed top 4 by 1
with
point.
Unai Emery.
Yeah. In Unai Emery's first season, we missed top 4 by 1 point. And Arsene Wenger had
Correct.
also finished 5th in his last season. So 17-18 season we finished 5th. 18-19 season we finished 5th and reached the Europa League final. Now, we could have been 2
Good
down.
save.
Yeah. He held the ball, which was surprising. But anyway, so
Yeah, that's what.
yeah. And I feel that was just people say this that he lost the dressing room. So I'm not sure, but somehow I think what Arteta did was that he was able to convince the management that look, until you give me this much time, we are going to see a change happening, and I need to build a squad. So I think that, as people call it, the project. I mean, it's become a very generic term now, but that project thing, that you come in with a project that okay, we need to remove these certain players, need to get this style of play going and stuff. And I think with Unai Emery, the expectation again, it was like, okay, you are replacing Wenger, you come in with the expectation of like hitting the ground running, which hardly happens. Arne Slot has had a really good start, but I feel that it was the whole
That's not a
setup.
fucking foul
I'm sorry.
with Saka. Do you see the Saka thing? We didn't get a foul.
Oh, nothing new.
Okay, sorry. I was distracted because of that bullshit.
No, that's all right. I mean, now these days,
So you think Unai would have succeeded if given a couple of more seasons, maybe?
I feel so. I feel so.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll give you my opinion on that. So what Parth said is true, and also there are some things that the talks about the losing the dressing room. I think they are somewhat like, yes, there was an issue, but it wasn't like a negative. I don't think it was a negative thing that he was toxic or anything. I literally think it was more of the language barrier that he has to overcome with the players, being in an English league, like not taking anything away from his tactics. But that's one thing I always thought, that he didn't have that connection. Plus, as Parth said, when he came in to replace Wenger, the expectation was win it right away, everything. It wasn't like, okay, we need to understand that we need to rebuild the core values, make sure that the team we would have like a good kind of set of players and stuff. So when Unai came just to kind of prove a point, sometimes they make aggressive decisions like, let's make a point. So we spent 70 million bucks on Pepe. Like, Pepe was not proven. It was one.
Oh my God.
He was one season wonder at Lille, right? Was he at Lille? Right? He wasn't like 2-3 seasons where he scored like 20 goals or something for being that, and then we just paid 70 million, right? And then we buy the clown Guendouzi. I don't understand that reasoning. Like, I don't think he has a talent enough to be at Arsenal. Torreira was good at the beginning, but then something happened and his game gone. So those are his hires, right? Like, he hired all those.
Right. How about Aubameyang? I think it was Unai.
So with Aubameyang, I think Unai, because he was new and he was just trying to like get the tactics in and all, and because of the language barrier, right? I don't think there was enough like a coach dominance yet. So Oba was still like having that brat attitude, and he was okay with it, and he was cherishing those moments that he is the star. And I get it, he was the star, right? But I think if we would have not gotten rid of Unai and would have stayed a little bit more longer, like maybe 2-3 seasons, gave him chances and stuff, I think it would have gone either ways. Maybe he would have gotten back on track on right decisions and be tactically sound as he is with Aston, no doubt, right? Or if you wouldn't have had that confidence to be that strong leader where you have to control Aubameyang and make decisions of sacking Ozil and all those decisions, right? So I think that would, and if he would have let that happen, we would have been another Manchester United situation where like there is no coordination between the players, because there are some players that, like Pogba, he was a virus.
Oh my God, that's the worst deal ever.
Right. So that's the thing. So I think there was an attitude containment required for the team, that we need to have this attitude where we're fighting against other teams, not within each other. Right. And no one is a star or above anyone else. Everyone's like, if you are 11 bodies on the field, you're 11 players on the field. That's all about what you are. You are a better scorer. Okay, your records will show. So I think Arteta had came in and brought that. And I think he has learned that from Pep, how to be the dominating force as a coach in the locker room. And
who what happened with I mean not what I mean who did that axing of Ozil? Was it Unai or was it Arteta?
it was always all that he. So when Arteta took over, Ozil was a regular starter. Remember that
Yeah.
that goal that he scored, that amazing one where he beat the keeper twice and the whole two defenders, and it's one of his iconic goals from Arsenal. So that was just before Arteta, like a season before Arteta. So he was really producing. And I and Parth always do this questioning that's one thing I always kind of feel bad that Ozil thing, because he still had couple of years more to keep, like, give that sense of leadership in the locker room as a player and stuff. He would have been the senior guy, like handing over the responsibility and stuff like that. But I think his attitude during the COVID situation, where he refused to take pay cuts, and like, again, it wasn't like necessary for him to take it. It wasn't like it's his choice. So yes, he made that. So, but in a kind of ethical way, maybe it kind of rubbed wrong shoulders or something. Some people got offended. I don't know. And the second thing was this Uyghur Muslim things that was going in China, that China is not kind of dealing with them in a right way. So I think a lot of Arsenal might have a lot of Chinese silent investors and stuff, right? It's not just like one owner.
Okay.
So then there is this political point of view comes in, right? Where you have to be like mindful that do you want to keep a player who has anti whatever kind again, the cancel culture situation, like it has nothing to do with his game, absolutely nothing to do with his game. Like if he's on the pitch, he's gonna produce. So it was nothing. I don't think it was performance related. So I think that's one thing I always held against Arteta. But I think maybe, as Parth has always debated, maybe it wasn't his call at the end of the day, because has a say at up to some level. But I think the management and the owner are the ultimate shot callers. That's just what I feel. Apart from Ozil, I think I have been proven wrong, and I have accepted that Aubameyang questioning me, like why he did that, our star players going, because I thought we needed him to become great, because I thought he was a goal scorer, right? But then Arteta kind of brought all that in, that okay, we just don't need all like a star player to win, because that is not happening. We're gonna get the whole lineup to be like a star lineup, right? I'm seeing that happening. That's why I'm not complaining anymore that we need this. Yes, we do need a silverware, no questions. If he doesn't get an EPL, we are gonna question how long. It is not like we're not gonna keep on playing this Netflix game, as Patrice Evra says, waiting for next season. That's not happening. Like, but yeah, like I still do have faith. He can technically, if it's possible, there is still possibility Arteta can. One thing I do feel strongly about Arteta though, and I don't know if it then have to get over it. I think he's still intimidated with Pep. Because so he has that chip. So I have to see if he's using that chip on the shoulder as a good way, or he's gonna be desperate about it. I don't want him to be desperate about it. So those are my opinions about Arteta. But overall, I think he is the best thing that happened to us after Wenger.
Yeah, that's true. I'll agree with that. That's true.
Again,
I think he has got that stability.
Unai was a big surprise when he did the Aston Villa rejuvenation. To me, for me to watch, I'm like, okay, yeah, Aston Villa is, and that's where I was also debating with Parth, not debating, but kind of making a point yesterday on our group path. Remember that I still feel that another decision, which I think we would have kind of used the strategy a different way, like we would have kept Emmy, because Emmy had shown quality when he was filling it for Leno in some of the match, right?
I mean,
We should have kept Emi Martinez. The right, we should have kept him because okay. Honest to God, this is my true state thing. What happened when I saw him replacing Leno because I was closely following Arteta's tenure, right? When I saw him play those games and I actually saw all those games live. I don't usually get to see all games live. Every game I was impressed by me, and I was like, okay, you know what? I think he's ready to be like a replacement. He's a good goalkeeper. Victory or anything happen, right? But then I realized I didn't know that he was Argentinian till then. Like, call it whatever, lack of my knowledge on that. But I wasn't sure he was Argentinian. But then when I saw him playing in Argentina for the World Cup, I realized, oh, this is and I'm like, oh, I think this time Argentina has a good chance of winning it because I still strongly feel in 2014 when Argentina reached the finals. I think if we had a better goalkeeper, we would have been better. I think so. That goal was easy save. Sergio Romero did not do the right job. Again, my view. So when I saw it, I was so faithful with Emi, and then he produced those saves at the final, right? That's why I think we would have kept Emi, save the money, not spend that much on Raya or Ramsdale, right? And use that money to get a star striker. That was my opinion. That was only one thing I think I would have done differently from what Arteta is doing.
What do you guys think?
I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. No, even I was surprised when Martinez was let go.
Yeah.
That was a
He
bold call.
left on a bad note though, and that's what another thing was because I
Yeah.
think we tried approaching him again, right, Parth? Was it true? Did we approach him and he said no or something, or we didn't?
No, he asked to be the first team. The first choice keeper, and we said he's behind Leno. So when Leno
That I know. That's when he left. But I think after he left, when he started becoming good, I think there was talks that we're trying to approach him back, or he or something. But we didn't go for him because he was saying stuff against Arsenal or something. Wasn't that true?
Oh yeah, I think that's his personality. He did that at the beginning itself. Like when he moved to Aston Villa, he said he moved to a bigger club and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, now I remember. Yes. He did like a.
Yeah.
But again, that was an ugly situation that I didn't
But
like.
he had spent 10 years at Arsenal, so he came in when he was like I think 16 years old or something.
So he had the Arsenal DNA, right?
Right, and so in fact I think there was this 7-4 game versus or 7-5 game versus Reading. Yeah, we had in a Carling Cup or something, and Martinez was the keeper in that game.
Yeah.
So
I remember that game.
yeah,
That was an amazing game.
I remember it for a better reason. Marwan Shamak stood in that.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, so failed talent. Yeah.
So
No, you are just allowed to say talent. There are some players that you cannot put them in the pool of talent. They're above talent. There is
Like-
Shamak, there is
Bentner,
Lord
like
Bentner. Yeah. Then there's this guy.
Harry Maguire.
Maguire is also, yeah. And I think he's
Of
started
course he is. Have you seen his initial years in United? I was like, what were you thinking giving him $80 million for this guy? Like, I do not understand that. And then they still kept on playing him. I don't understand any of those things. I used to question that to United fans, and this was the first time they had no answer for me. They had no answer. I'm like, we don't know.
70 million. Oh my God, yeah.
Waneri
He needs
and
to change. Needs to
Zinchenko coming
change.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to because there is.
I just still don't understand why didn't he take Timber out at halftime?
He should have. But they are getting dominated here in field. See, I told you, Merino has to be removed. Who is this guy? I can't even pronounce his name.
Waneri. So N is silent, Babichi. N is silent. So it's Waneri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aneri, right?
What is he, midfielder?
He's attacking. Yeah.
Waneri.
So this is what I wanted. Like I
Yeah,
wanted
he's
him
CM
to play,
and CM both.
but I
guess.
wanted him to play instead of Trossard. So I don't know why Martinelli has been subbed out for Zinchenko because.
I
So I'm assuming, as you were saying, Partey.
I think
Partey
party will come to middle. Yeah.
Right. That's what happened. It's just
I
that
don't think he
Zinchenko is not not the defender we want.
Well,
Yeah, he's not that good in defending.
Yeah.
now he's not. Yeah, when he came in, he was decent for first 2 years. I think this is all like I'm kind of over all this Man City used players thing now. After Sterling, I think it's enough because I always get high hopes. Oh, Man City players coming and will perform, and then just a letdown, like mediocre. Like Zinchenko was good, but he didn't continue any consistency. Same with Jesus, injury prone, and on the field, like I don't see any arc, I guess, in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that should have.
अरे यार
That's a tough one.
yeah, it was close.
Oh, Dan Burn is there. Okay. So Botman's not playing, I'm assuming.
Danburn and Sharp.
I think Trippier is not playing, right?
Oh yeah. Livramento, I think, is the preferred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Trippier is injured.
Acha.
Yeah, he's not playing. Yeah, they are playing. They're leading us even without Trippier. Like that's. I don't think Arsenal should be this way, if they want to win league.
Oh. Good save. Okay, foul. So Timber moved on the other side, which is even worse.
Mhm.
So Zinchenko now has to face God.
Is it number 7? No, 7 Saka, right?
Yeah, 7 Saka.
So he's playing left mid now. He was right mid at the beginning of the game.
Oh.
No. Oh no, sorry, he is right mid. My bad.
That should have. Yeah. It was Rice who made the run.
Yeah. As soon as you said Partey came in the midfield, he got free.
Yeah, he got the freedom. Yep.
Yeah.
Man, Rice is a talent. I was glad we got him. Paid a little bit more than I expected we should, but
Because Chelsea was hanging.
yeah.
I think sometimes they just jack up the prices, yeah, for other teams.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
So, no, the good part was that because then Chelsea bought $200 million players, so it got
Yeah.
it got under the radar that
I haven't really followed this Mudryk guy. Like I know he was good when he came in, but what you guys' opinion with Chelsea fans? What is your opinion on Mudryk? Like I have mixed opinions I've heard and read. So
He is. He's no doubt a great. I would say, not a great, but I would say he's a good player. Very good with the pace part. But I think he is two things. First, he's overwhelmed with the price tag that is attached to his head. Second thing, not only the price tag, but the club that he's playing for. It's overall a new club. So finding his feet in a place like EPL when you have that amount of raw pace, it becomes difficult. I think there are a couple of games he has played very well. He has shown that talent. He was very good overall. But I think it will take a couple of more seasons for him to become mature. Because what happens is when you buy someone like Mudryk, who has been such a hype, you expect that he's just going to come in and be another Hazard altogether. But that's not the case. Hazard, when he came in, he was a good player. Even he struggled the first season because he was the most fouled player in that EPL. And then if you remember, right, by the time he was totally, I would not say matured as a player, but matured in EPL. If you remember that goal against Arsenal, right, the one he took at half line and no, I'm not I'm just saying it too. But that was the development that happened with Hazard. Hopefully, if Mudryk gets the chances of playing more and more games, maybe. But at this point, even if he is sold, I don't think it will be a big concern, given the fact that Chelsea has quite a good bench. But yeah, he's good talent. He's a good talent to have.
The reason I ask is from what I heard, and because I don't follow Chelsea as closely, I wasn't sure how he's playing on a regular basis. So all we hear and see is social media and people comments. So from those comments, it was getting apparent that he's like another waste of money, like Werner or Anthony for Man United. I'm like, I don't think as bad, but then I'm like, let me ask a Chelsea fan about him, because that's what people are making him seem like, that he paid all this money and he's kind of like an Anthony for Man United. I'm like, no, Anthony is the worst piece of shit.
No, Anthony, it's not as bad as Anthony, but I feel because the kind of changes that Chelsea went through, right, the ownership changes, the management changes, it affects a lot, the overall. I mean, if you look at Chelsea, they are no longer the same club. You will not recognize the Chelsea which won the title 7 years, 7 years back, or probably you will not even recognize this Chelsea from 3 years back when they won that Champions League under Tuchel, because it's completely changed. Those teams were very defensive, very tough to score against. Now, if you look at it, look at the players we have. We have Palmer, we have Madueke, we have Jackson is Caicedo. Another guy, because how is that not going in here? Like, we were chasing Rice, then we finally ended up buying Caicedo. So Caicedo was crap for the first couple of, although he played in Brighton. But then again, the price tag that he came in becomes very difficult for a player to just settle into a new team, in a team like Chelsea, because there is a tag attached to it, right? The mentality, because he always wanted to do this, and then he's coming from a system where things were well set. Now here, nothing is set. Not the manager, the owner is in news every other day. You have 100 million
so it's going to be a whole rebuild and changes.
Yeah, so I think he's starting to do well now. Along with him, there were many other players. If you look at, one of the things that I feel what Chelsea have not done right is sent Chalobah to under 21. Maybe if it is not a disciplinary reason, then I think it's a very bad decision. I think he was good, right? If you look at the other players, you look at Palmer, look at how calm he is, because he doesn't have anything, because he comes from Man City, right? And he comes from that Man City which started winning titles. So he has that mentality कि हाँ मैं बड़े club में जाऊँगा, मैं settle हो जाऊँगा, and he's the star of the show.
No, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah, and like with one thing. What happened to Kepa? I never knew what happened to Kepa.
Kepa was again. I think Kepa.
He was in Chelsea, right? Where is he now?
He's in Bournemouth.
So what happened? He was a star keeper, like he was.
He was, but I think that was a huge scouting error. He was never the star which we were hoping he would be. He had the same problem which Jesus has with Arsenal, inconsistency. And then
did he go Real Madrid though?
Yeah, he went to Madrid on loan.
He was going to replace Courtois. That's what I thought.
He went there on loan. Then he came back, and then he went to Bournemouth again on loan. So he's okay. I mean, he's good. He's arrogant. He's confident in what he does, but he's very, very inconsistent. Like if I have to talk about before Kepa, right? If you look at all the old age keepers, right? The Czech, the Van der Sars of the game, they were very, very consistent. De Gea was very consistent. Kepa was turnaround. Just because you're playing 72 million doesn't mean the keeper is going to be good, right? And I think even keeper is something which are now that position is now highly rated in modern football, because playing out from the back has become like a trend, and that is the reason. If you look at City also, as soon as Guardiola came in, he brought in Claudio. I forget his last name. Claudio Bravo. But after the season, he changed, right? He immediately replaced him by Ederson. And Ederson, if you look at him, I feel that if given a chance, he can be a very good midfielder as well. Right? If you look at this guy, what's his name?
Allison.
Yes, Allison. Before Allison, there was who was that keeper, man, who did that blunder in Champions League final? Karius. Prior to Karius, there was
Karius.
not
Karius'
Karius.
career was over at that night by Bale's
Yeah.
bicycle.
Yeah, it was. It was such a, and that's why Klopp had no hesitation in letting Coutinho go, because by letting Coutinho go, I think he made the two best decisions that Liverpool have ever had in the last 15-20 years, is buying Van Dijk and Alisson. I mean, he completely changed the overall aspect. So,
Salah and Mane was his buy too, and Firmino.
yeah, all of them are.
He put off a great team. Like I
and he
still don't
started with
understand,
nothing.
like what happened. I didn't realize what happened with Sane moving to Bayern. Like I think the team was doing good. They were settled.
See, it's like every player, right? They have an ego. So
I think
I follow Liverpool very closely, right? I have a very emotional attachment to Liverpool. I had one of my friends who was a Liverpool fan and unfortunately passed away. So every match, even though I'm not watching a Chelsea game, I'm not able to watch. I watch like at least 5 minutes of Liverpool game, right? And
that's mine and our second favorite team too. Like we also support for Liverpool if it's not Arsenal. So
no, that should be there. I think watching other teams gives you an idea of where what all tactics are coming into picture. I mean, my entire college life, for a change, India, if you look at it, right, most people, it's a huge United fan base followed by Arsenal. So my entire group, I had one Arsenal fan, I had 3 Liverpool fans, and 1 United fan. So it was, that's why I share a very emotional connection with them. So what happened with Mane was, so Klopp has this brand of football, right? It's heavy metal football, and in that heavy metal football,
sorry, I thought he was injured. My bad. Go ahead.
in that heavy metal football, right? Two things. One thing was that Salah was getting all the attention. Right? If you look at it, Salah became a star player, and Mane was not able to get that, the meat of appraisal from the crowd or maybe from the media. It was all Salah because he was just so flamboyant. Sane is not flamboyant. Sane is more of a, he's a player. He's a team player. Salah is, he has that knack of selfishness which every striker has, and that got him the glory. And overall, I think Sane became a bit exhausted with the kind of play that Klopp was doing season in and out. That's the reason I think he left. Another one was this appraisal thing, the center of attention. He wanted to be the center of attention, which is.
But then he didn't stay at Bayern for long. He just moved to Saudi.
Yeah. That was solely a money making, because he does a lot of social work. And
biggest waste of career of a potential talent is Neymar Jr.
Arey, my God, that I don't know what,
he would have been like the greatest, like in the same kind of name sentence as like Pele, Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo. He was
He was skillful wise. I think that's where when people think of Ronaldo and Messi, right? They one thing they miss out on is the professionalism. I mean, these guys have shown, right? You look at Ronaldo, man, that guy is crazy. You look at Messi. How can you go a day in, day out doing the same thing again and again and just keep improving and keep setting bars so high that I think for the next years the records are.
I don't see that such talent coming so soon. Like even Mbappe and Haaland, they're seeing that numbers, but I don't think they're gonna go there.
No way. I mean, Mbappe also the same thing. The fiasco that he did, right, with the transfer in Madrid and the type of contracts he was signing in PSG. You will not see Messi doing that nonsense. Barcelona, didn't have the money. He left. He cried and he left. And he was pretty clear. He went to PSG, had a shit season, and in that shit season, I think he was still pretty good than most of the other players, right, at their all-time high. And he knew in his mind that he has to win the World Cup. That's a separate question. I mean, altogether.
Same thing with Ronaldo.
Sorry.
It's the same thing with Ronaldo.
Same thing with Ronaldo. Yeah.
He was really good at Man United. He was the one carrying the fucking shit team altogether.
Correct. Yeah. Then he went to Madrid.
See,
No. Okay, the second time around. Okay, yeah, I agree.
What I'm trying to say is, like, when I say that, yes, there is a core issue at Man United, but Ten Hag wasn't at all right, is because even though there is core issues, when Ole or Mourinho was there, they were able to at least extract some positive influence, like get the team to at least at a level which is above par, not like 14th in the league. And so one FA Cup and you finish 8th, that is not like, you cannot count that as a growth. Like, that is not growth. Like, Arsenal had so many FA Cups. I've always said I'll trade everything in just for one more EPL win. Every FA Cup, we can have everything, right? Every FA Cup. So I think that's where 3 decisions Ten Hag lost me was Ronaldo, De Gea, Onana, and Anthony. I wasn't sure what he was thinking. And Sancho. That is another talent he fucked.
Oh, Jesus came on. When did that happen?
Even I didn't realize. And I've been watching the match.
Yeah, I think
But man, it's getting
13 minutes left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we can get a win. I think the most I can expect is a draw and get a point.
Let's see, man. Let's see.
I think they'll score. Arsenal will score.
Like Parth, I don't know how you do it, but he's always like, till the last whistle is not blown, he'll like, no, we will see. And I know, like, it's only 5 minutes left, man. You don't think they're gonna score 2 goals. So Parth never lose that hope.
I also have the same thing. I'll watch it. I know it's 4-0 down. I'm like, nahi, 4 goal maar denge to.
That only happened once, okay? When I thought like there is no comeback, there was a technical situation that I didn't think it would happen, but then they pulled it off. It was Barca's win against PSG, that 6-goal thing. I did not think that would happen, and it happened.
No, I think that happened with Madrid also, right? With City. With 1-0 down, they pulled off a 3-1.
Oh yeah, with Valverde's shoot, that bullet shot that went in on the ground. Oh, that was last season, right?
No, last to last.
Akash is
Even
saying,
last season they were there.
Jesus.
Last season, they had a 3-all match. Remember that? And it went to penalties or something. And that was a crazy Man City Real Madrid match last UCL.
Arey, yeah, come on. Yeah. Even last season was very tight. I don't know, somehow Madrid holds on to these matches.
And when it comes to UCL, they are like leeches. They don't let it go. Like,
Akash says Jesus came between 4 BC
between 4 BC and 6 BC. Apparently the same time when Akash had hair.
And he made sense about Saka and Rashford.
Come on, man. How? What is this balls, man? Nonsense, yaar.
Possession last 5 minutes.
81% apparently. But
You still can't score a fucking goal.
Mm-hmm. See, this is what I think Pep has been able to build. That relentlessness of going on attack and keep attacking till the time the opposition breaks down. I mean, if this would have been City, right, the ball would have been in play and the game's tempo would have increased to a much higher pace, at a pace where opposition cannot match you. I think I don't know how he has built that over the years, but I think that is something amazing that he has been able to do. And that is
tactics support that to happen. I think that's what the way he plays that, and he manages the players' energy throughout the game. He manages pretty well. He depending on where he is, on the back foot or the front foot, right? He he is well with managing that. And it's like, if I were to put it into a perspective, I don't know if you're an F1 fan, but it's like,
Yeah.
no matter like how good your engine is, but if you are a tire whisperer, you can actually pull off a surprise win, right? Like, so I
Correct.
think it's like he's really good at managing that thing for the tempo. And it's like, I have seen that what you're talking about. It's like, when we're playing FIFA and you have that option where you can go all out attack or park the bus, then you
Correct.
say
Yeah.
he can go all out attack from park the bus in a second. That's how fast Man City can do it.
Makes
And
sense. Yeah.
but they have the caliber of players, man. Look at their team. Like, they have like Rodri, Haaland, like
But I
Foden.
feel apart from Rodri, De Bruyne, and couple of, I think one or two players more. I think most of them are just a good fit in his system.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
this is my personal opinion. Like someone like Foden, he's good. He's not great. He's
No,
great
no,
in
and
his
that is
system.
correct. That is correct. I think what he is doing, like what Pep has done also did at Barcelona, but that was a little different story. But what I think with Man City, as you said, De Bruyne and Ederson and
Rodri is good.
Rodri, like these star ones, like where he knows that they're gonna be like sharp shooters with their through passes and making the play, right?
Mhm.
He is using the other players as the leverage, and they are the main gears, right? Like, so basically, they will flow the game, and the other players are good enough to pick up and execute. I think that's so. As you said, Foden is like legend. Like, I would not put Foden with like with De Bruyne category yet. Like, he's not
No.
there. Like, there's no way.
I would Foden, Saka. I believe if you want skill comparison, come on, man, score.
I think, I hate this comparison when people are like, and again, my opinion, not everyone has to agree, but people keep on comparing these three, like Foden, Saka, and Palmer, and then trying to make a point that, oh, Saka isn't on the same level as those two because he doesn't score more goals. Okay, well, at in a, okay, some of it might be true, but it's not completely the fact that you should be looking at. You also have to see what kind of assistant playmaking is happening there, like what is he creating, right? Because that's what the position is for, right?
Agreed.
So I think Saka, if he has the man, like if he's playing in City or Chelsea and he has the gameplay the way they play, maybe Saka would also do the same thing. Because he can score some screamers. I've seen that. Like, he scores some left footer like Messi used to do from like one end of the D to the other, like a curl. Have you seen those? I enjoy those curls, like the left footed curl.
Saka is far away from Palmer.
No,
See, I was gonna say
it's
that.
it's North London and West London. They don't live that far.
What is he writing? Saka is Arteta of manager.
Doesn't even make sense.
He was trying to say, I think maybe the other way around.
No, he's right.
Yeah,
He's
Arteta is in
comparing
manager,
Arteta
Saka is in player. I think that's what he's
to- he's trying to compare Klopp and Pep to Arteta in a way.
Come on.
Well, I think he needs to. Which city? United is not doing good anyway, so he might just skip those and watch Arsenal game regularly, so he'll know how good Saka is, I guess. He hasn't seen enough. I think that's the lack of knowledge is where the issue is. I think.
I don't think it's lack of knowledge. I think it's more.
Or maybe he doesn't watch highlights of Arsenal because they're doing so good. So then he doesn't know how Saka is.
I think given the discussion behind Saka, people expect him to be just next to Messi or something. But I think that's just unfair. That's just unfair.
Wrong and empty expectations. No, let's see. Messi, Ronaldo were different breed. I still believe that they were their own kind. I think it's a once a generation player like Maradona, Pele. We didn't see any other Maradona, Pele, Messi. And maybe there would be another two players that would go head to head, but I don't think in current football there is like that kind of player who can consistently perform 15 years on the stage. I don't think. And based on the mentality of the current players, like, I just feel that, okay, I don't think we're going to see the 10-year-old passion that we used to have with Maldini, Pirlo, and Seedorf. Like, that passion.
Oh
that
my God.
that was different. Like,
Yeah,
John.
Yeah.
John Terry, even though he was a Chelsea defender, John Terry is my all-time favorite defender. All-time favorite. To be honest.
Those, they don't make them anymore. Like I think Vidic, Terry, Maldini, Nesta, Cafu, Seedorf, my God, Zanetti.
Seedorf, what talent Seedorf was. Fuck, like strong and
Gattuso
flexible.
as well. Gattuso, I think Gattuso was another big bully, man. I mean,
Oh, he was a bully. What
he was that guy, you know, in वो लड़ाई हो जाती तो गैंग में हाँ लौंडे बुलाओ. So he was that londa
हाँ.
जो
He was the
लेके
londa
आता
who
था.
हाँ.
Big time bully, man. हाँ.
he and I think similar way, I think the biggest bully for Real Madrid ever, it wasn't even Ramos. I think the silent killer, I like Pepe. He was the silent.
Oh,
Pepe was the silent killer.
yeah.
You
True,
don't
true,
mess
true.
with Pepe. Like
I
Ramos was more like, you know, loud with his actions too, like, and with his mouth. Like Pepe was like, he won't speak much, but he'll show you on the pitch, like, okay, I'm the boss, and I'll make you my bitch.
True. But there, what's happening, man? Come on, there's no creativity. There's not created anything.
But I have to be honest with you. Like, if we lose, and I think that's where it's going. If we lose tonight, technically it might be still possible. Technically, but theoretically and like logically, I do not think we would have a chance to win this league. I think I don't think unless City and Liverpool drop points in couple of games, and I don't see that happening. I'm not. Maybe
Right.
Liverpool would drop, right? I am City. But what do you think? Miss Rodri's. Will they miss Rodri? I like just
Yeah,
one.
they already are, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, but
they
yeah.
will.
Is
miss
this
more.
is De Bruyne still playing, right?
No,
De Bruyne?
he's injured.
He's too okay. Well, then we might have hope. I don't know. But again, then it comes to this shit again, right? That we have to rely on other teams to do shit. Not that we are.
I mean, you need a goal. Why are you bringing Jorginho on? I mean, for what?
Array, his passing, I think his
I-
because I don't know why we are not able to play our players like
There's
ball to
not
them.
a single chance, man, which Arsenal created. That's
I know.
It's like very lousy football in the like they're not
Yeah.
even trying to push it in the final third. Like they're
True.
not getting to final third as well.
correct. I agree. And then you can see that Odegaard is being missed very, very desperately. Very desperately.
You know what is happening? This is my opinion. What's happening, and from what I'm seeing, it's first of all that we talked about, like getting those cards. We're being very cautious, like overly cautious now. Like where we don't want to talk that because I think Arteta is really on this. Like we don't need cards. Maybe he is forcing on. The second thing, as I said, Newcastle is a different fucking beast to play in at a cold night, and with players coming back and forth from injuries. Like some of the players, Saka and all, they had minor issues and they came back, right? So I think players are exhausted too. Like there are multiple factors kind of adding up here. But as I said, can't be an excuse. That's not how you win championships. So
I think there should be at least 5 to 6 added minutes.
Parth, we had 90 minutes and they haven't done
It's fine.
one single proper. Like I haven't seen one proper attack. Like where
Yeah, there's no clear chance which got created at all.
there was not one situation where.
Arey,
we
come
didn't-
on, yaar. What is happening, man? Why are the final third वाला एक pass रोक लो?
Now tomorrow's match, I don't know whom to support. Okay, 5 minutes. Let's see.
Why? Are you really want to like? Parth, are you considering supporting Manchester United tomorrow?
No, but that's what like. Why would we be supporting Chelsea as well?
I would be supporting any club, by the way. If it was Liverpool, I would understand at least. But
No, there's always
and
this
again,
one team.
nothing against Chelsea. That is,
No, it's
I have
more
Arey,
about.
man.
honestly, I don't think I've ever bashed Chelsea. I've never bashed Chelsea because see, I don't really have any point of view for them as a club. But I do have some admirations for some of your legends, like Drogba, Czech, and Terry. They were all in my all-time favorite list. Like
I think.
one hidden gem years ago, Chelsea, one hidden gem I always liked, but I don't know what happened to his career later. It was Michael Essien. I loved his play with
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Arey was too good. His tibia got fractured.
No.
From there on, it was a downfall.
I think Anelka played for Arsenal as well a little bit, right?
Yeah. He played
He
for
started
Arsenal.
with
Then
Arsenal,
2
yeah.
seasons after that, he played for Chelsea with
Yeah.
Mourinho.
He was a beast at Chelsea. I loved. I used to think that time, like, why did Arsenal let him go? I always used to think that.
Yeah, but when he left Arsenal, he was not the player he was at Chelsea. I think he was very different. Very
Yeah.
different. Like what happened with Salah when he left Chelsea, he was not the Salah which.
Same with
Liverpool.
De Bruyne.
No, I think De Bruyne was a big mistake. That's my personal opinion. I think that one big mistake which Mourinho has made in his career is not recognizing De Bruyne's talent, because right from the first game itself, I remember that game, it was against Hull. He gave an assist to Oscar, and that assist was just a brilliant presence of mind. He didn't poke the ball, he didn't side foot the ball. He actually just banged the ball. How do you have the way you have soap in your hand and if you try to grab it, it just bounces out of your hand.
Yeah.
He did that to the ball, and it went in between the defender's leg, and it was intentional. I mean, he was a talent from there on out. All he needed was some game time, and he would have killed it. Every time now
What
he scores
a
against
miss.
Chelsea or against any team, it just burns. My
Some
heart
of them-
burns.
Some
That-
of his threaded
that
throws
was
that
the
I've
chance.
seen Man City
That
games
was our
are-
chance to get back.
I think we're done, Parth, now.
That was such a bad miss.
How? Who is this? Arey yaar.
Rice.
Rice? No.
Rice, yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was an easy one. See, if we
Yeah, I think that was our last chance. But let's see. One minute to go.
Arey yaar, he should have kept his eyes on the ball. ऐसा देख के मैं भी तो the only thing I don't know is how to head a ball.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
think
come
after
on.
the
Man.
game is done, I'm not gonna read the comments because it's better not to.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, see, this is
Group.
a more damaging loss than the Bournemouth loss because we have all the players. Well, we don't have Odegaard, but that's no excuse.
Oh no, that's no excuse. This is a game we lost.
Yeah.
We let it go.
And you actually lost. I mean, it's not like they.
No,
they
we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
they-
didn't show heart. There was no heart to it, no energy, heart. It wasn't a tight game. They didn't put a tight.
Not at all. Not at all. I think the stats just show it. 10 shots, 1 on target, which is.
Man, when you have 81% possession and you don't have one goal, like, okay. I don't think then you are a championship team. Like, let me be blunt, even if it's my club, doesn't matter. I always say, Parth, right? If we want to be champions, we cannot be waiting technically on some other teams, like, winning, losing. If their results is going to declare our shit, I don't think then that's a proper win, anyways. Again, I know a win's a win, but.
Yeah. Send Arsenal players to Dubai.
And to
Dubai trip is needed.
But they don't deserve hookers and blow for this.
No, not that. Last season we went to Dubai and we came back with a record. Like we returned a record of.
So why do you think?
19.
Why do you think they were happy and satisfied? I'm just kidding.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, we're done.
Ah.
And I think it's the final. I think we're done.
Yeah, they'll blow
No.
the final whistle in like a few
Done,
seconds.
done and dusted. Okay. Well,
Come on, man. What is this, yaar? Nonsense
Yeah.
is lost their thing.
so now we are what 8 points behind City.
If City wins, yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Not happy.
Well,
Ah, Odegaard, man. Big problem. Big missing.
not 7 points, but still not good.
Big miss. Odegaard is a big miss.
But see, that's the point, Dadishi. That's the point. We have spent so much money, so he should be creating the debt. So we should. Last 2 seasons ago, it was Saliba. We missed Saliba last stint, and we choked. Remember that part?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't. That shouldn't have been a reason to choke against it. That like. I think we choked against one of the shitty teams as
Yeah,
well
it's
that
full
time.
time on my side.
Okay, well, it was nice
Yeah,
chat, bro. But probably next time. Better luck next time.
hey, join us for tomorrow as well if you can. I think.
I will. I before the game for sure. I don't know while the game is on, but I'll before the game for sure.
I would not say an unfortunate loss. I think Newcastle beat Arsenal fair and square. I think
Yeah.
there was no creativity whatsoever. But
Oh yeah. No controversy, nothing. We just were really poor.
Yeah. There was no heart. That's it.
come on, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Parth, well, we'll see you again tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Vivek, and thanks for everyone who's viewing.
Thanks,
watching
everyone,
the
yeah.
match with us. Depressing evening for Arsenal fans.
We're gonna go sleep now.
Dadiji might be hiding his joy, but Dadiji is a rival, of course. So
Yeah, how
So
many points ahead of Chelsea's Arsenal now?
we are same. We are at the same or 1 point behind. So
Oh.
if you guys win, you guys go up. We actually might drop down to 6th or 7th tomorrow, depending on the
Okay.
results. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Chelsea need to win big time. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, thanks for everyone who joined in. Definitely join tomorrow for our live stream of Chelsea versus Manchester United. Thanks, guys.
Right. Thanks, guys.